I usually say I stumbled on the law and I fell in love with the practice of human rights law. It all started when I was in university. I used to volunteer at schools with the Center for Social Development. And then towards the end of my final year, I only thought that I was going to work for this one law firm, and they rejected me, thank goodness. And when they rejected me, I got a job offer from the Wits Justice Project. And the Wits Justice Project is basically a civil society organization that works to empower and for the betterment of people who are currently incarcerated and people who are in remand detention. And then upon completing my time at the Wits Justice Project, I worked for the Constitutional Court of South Africa as a legal researcher for Justice Raymond Zondo. And that's where I really got to work closely with the law and see what the law can do. Basically at the Concord, when cases came in as applications, we used to research the law around that. And we used to write legal opinions, and then we used to give those legal opinions to our judges, and then they decided whether it was good or not. After the Concord, I then worked for a community-based organization in Cape Town called the Social Justice Coalition in Khayelitsha. Basically, we were advocating for the rights of people who are living in informal settlements. So access to housing, access to water, access to electricity, just basically access to basic services, as well as ending spatial injustice or spatial apartheid in Cape Town. It was invigorating. Now I'm thinking I'm doing a L'Oreal advert. It was invigorating. There's a lot of misconceptions about people who live in informal settlements, that they lack agency, that they are okay with the conditions, and so on and so forth. And just working in Khayelitsha, I worked amongst the most brilliant minds. People who actually cared not just about themselves, but also about the well-being of the communities in which they stayed. People who got arrested, who got tear gas, who got shot with rubber bullets to make sure that young people in Khayelitsha didn't live in the same circumstances that they grew up in. Still, there was something. I realized that I couldn't help the community as much as they needed me to, because I couldn't sign papers because I was not an attorney. So I then spoke to my bosses and said that I think I need to go and finish off my articles so that I can become an attorney, and then I can become a radical activist attorney, and that's what I aspire to become every day. The most exciting thing about this program that's offered at Oxford is that it brings together human rights lawyers from across the globe, right? I'm particularly excited about working with other human rights lawyers from the global south, so from Latin America and from other African countries, because I feel like we face the same difficulties. It would be nice to learn new mechanisms to equip me to become a better lawyer. As a human rights lawyer, we don't get paid that much, and as a black person in South Africa, my salary doesn't just support me, but supports people close to me as well, right? And so I don't have the money that Oxford requires saved in my bank account, and so I wanted to give up right there and then my friends said, let's just ask people, and see what people could do. So this is what this is. This is a plea to just ask anyone, if anyone can afford to spare even a 50 rands or $50 towards me going to Oxford, I'd really appreciate it, because I do believe that this course is going to equip me to become a better attorney and a better activist lawyer.